Hello everybody, Timothy Bailey here with Project Learn and our video for today. Today we are going to be looking at be and have. And I have a small picture here, a simple picture, some people in the park. So imagine we want to talk about what's happening in the park. And we're going to use the verb be and the verb have in two different sentences. We might say, for example, the buildings, here you can see them, are tall. So are is a form of our be verb. Okay. The buildings are tall. That's a good sentence. How about this city has a park? So this city, wherever we are, maybe it's Cleveland, maybe it's Chicago, has a park. Okay. There are other things we could say, right? We could say the man is reading the newspaper, or the woman. I can't actually tell now, right? So the person is reading a newspaper. Okay, we could say that. We could say the woman has a bicycle. Okay. We could also say she is riding a bicycle. So there are many things we could say. Let's go ahead and look a little more detailed at be and have. Let's start with be. So the forms of be, you know them. Am, is, are, was, and were. Okay, and then I have some examples. So I am going to the park. I goes with am. Right? And here you can see I'm using the present continuous. I am going. So be verb, verb, ing. Right? I am going to the park. I might also say I am an American. So here we have a noun. Okay? Here we have another verb, so a verb phrase. Here we have a noun. How about is? Is goes with she and he. So she is riding a bike, like the lady in the photo. Again, be verb, verb, ing, verb phrase here. She is a tall woman. Here is a noun phrase. Noun, adjective, article. They are in the park. So are goes with they. It also goes with you, both singular and plural. So they are, you are, right? In the park. So here, this is a prepositional phrase. This is a preposition, right? And typically with a noun then following it. Could be with an adjective as well. They are in the big park, we could say. We could also say, I told you singular and plural. You are a student. You, singular, a student. You are students. You, plural, students. Was and were are the past tense. I was going to the park. Okay. Again, be verb, verb, ing. Right? I was going to the park, but then it started to rain. He was a teacher. Okay. So again, be verb, past tense, then the noun phrase. Right? And maybe he quit being a teacher and now he is a painter. They were in the park. Okay, they were in the park. Now maybe they are in the restaurant. They were all students. So they're not students now, but they were all students, right? Or maybe I'm talking about the people on the trip to the museum. They were all students on the trip. Okay, so here's our be verbs. Let's go ahead and look at our have verbs. There's not as many of these, so we have and has, and had. And then we also, I want to include having, the ing form of have. They have some free time. Okay? So they have, and then here is the thing that they have. Some free time. Really, we have adjective, adjective, noun. He has a newspaper. Again, has, and then this noun, article, noun, a newspaper. Right? So they have, also you, remember this is similar to the be verb, you have, singular and plural. He has, right? He has a newspaper. Right? This also could be I have, or we have. Past tense, I had a good time, we had a good time, they had a good time, you had a good time, she, it had a good time. Okay? Having, you can tell by the ing, just like in our be verb. So we have the be verb here, am with the verb and ing. I am having a good time. So if we go up here, I had a good time, maybe at the party. The party is over. I'm telling somebody the next day, I had a good time at your party. This is during the party. Whoops, I missed it. I am having a good time. Means right now, in the party, I am having a good time. Let's look at some negatives. Here's all of our sentences. And these are a little bit different depending on the sentence that we are looking at. For the most part, with the be verbs, it's the main verb and then not. So I am not going to the park. Right? Main verb, right? And then not. She is not riding a bike. They aren't in the park. So for many of our negatives, we can make a contraction, are not. They aren't going to the park, right? She isn't riding a bike. Can we say I am going to the park? No, this is the exception to the rule. We cannot say that. So we can only say I am not. However, you will hear people say I ain't going to the park, but that is also incorrect. Do and have. So he does not have a newspaper. They didn't have a good time. I am not having a good time. They don't have any free time. Notice this one we have to change things. Okay? So here we're changing some to any. Right? Some to any. Let's look at be, have, and other parts of speech. So for the be verbs, let's look at two adjectives, hungry and excited. Right? This is probably one of the most frequently used situations. When we say, for example, I am. So I am hungry, I am excited. I was hungry, I was excited. Right? Or they are excited. She is a hungry baby. So again, here's the be verb. We have an adjective, we have an article, and we have the noun. So be verbs and adjectives. The other popular, right, there are two other situations that are very popular for using be verbs. They are eating, be verb, verb. They are in a park, be verb, prepositional phrase, in a park. Okay, remember the preposition, and then this is part of the prepositional phrase. So the three most popular uses of the be verb are with adjectives, verbs, and prepositional phrases, usually places. Right? Be verbs are typically used with adjectives, verbs, and prepositional phrases, usually places. The have verb is a lot simpler. It's used with nouns. So he has toys, right? He has toys. Here's the noun. He has two toys, adjective, noun. She has walking shoes. Now be careful here because this, which looks like an ing continuous verb, is actually a gerund. In this spot, this word is being used as an adjective to tell us what kind of shoes. So she has this or these things, walking shoes. She has some walking shoes. Now we have two. One tells us what kind of shoes. One tells us about the quantity, some, right, walking shoes. Not zero, not a lot, some, sort of somewhere in the middle. Be and have with yes and no questions. Do you have a sister? Yes, I do. Notice that in the question we're going to use typically the first verb, right? Not the main verb, but the first verb, the auxiliary verb. You might also say, yes, I do have a sister, in which case you would use both. But often we use a short answer and we just say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. Did you have a good time? Yes, I did. Right? Or yes, I did have a good time. Again, we're using this. And this tells us past tense, right? Did you have a good time. You might, in some situations, particularly if you're studying something from England or some other places, or older literature, hear someone saying, have you any, right? And then they might say, yes, I have. But typically our answers are, yes, I do, no, I don't. Are you going to the party? Yes, I am going to the party. Is this your pen? No, it isn't my pen. Or, no, it's not my pen. And you can make a longer answer or a shorter answer, just depending. Be and have with other question words. Where are they going? They are going to the park. Be, verb, verb, ing, right? Where is his mother? She is in Peru right now. His mother, she, is prepositional phrase about place. Who's that? That's my uncle, right? Here's the be verb. Now for have, we don't use have with the other question words a lot, right? Typically they're have been. So what have you been up to? I've been busy with school and work. Why have you been absent? I've been ill the past few weeks. Have with the been form of the be verb is probably the most popular use for have with other question words. Here are a couple links to check out. They go into greater detail about the use of be and the use of have. They can be tricky, but I know if you practice, you will get them. Thank you and have a great day.